Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My presentation is in Afrikaans. Neil Jansen prepared the way for me. He was supposed to prepare the way for me. But let me first of all share an experience with you last night after the principals' meeting. I went to my previous headmaster, Mr. Marius Titus, just to say thank you for giving and allowing me the opportunity to teach at Rhode Primary, the smallest farm school, just on the other side of the R44. Personally, after being at University of Western Cape, we call it Bush at that time, I was a very rebellious student. So I was chased away after 1 year in teaching at Steinville High School in Piketberg. So die hoof het vir my gesê, Erms, dis jou laaste py, maar moenie volgende jaar terugkom nie. Jy maak my skool die mekaar. Just for the simple reason that we believed in education before liberation. And that is where my unionism manners started. In 86, Mr. Marius Titus, well-known poet, colored poet, he accepted me. En hy het vir my gewaarsku, kom vang jou non soos die Annie. Die minister Ibrahim het vir jou 'n tweede kans gegee, make use of it. And I did. In 1988, I became part of the management team there at the school, and for 14 years, I was the chairperson for the Sports and Cultural Association in Stellenbosch. Completely a changed man. Last year when I started with PFP, I celebrated 25 years as a school principal. Maar Ronnie Witmos, Jessica sê ook, ek hou mos in my mond nie. But I have a very big heart. Klein bekkie, maar groot hart. Okay, let's roll it, Mr. Yeah. Chart. Is dit nou my beurt?
Ja.
Kom ons kry eers hulle almal in. This is typically a school situation, you know. If you do oral first, you're a bright guy. If it comes here, lower, it's the baddies, the back bunkers, you know. So, Rhode Primary is a very small farm school, 295 learners from grade R to 7. That's the curriculum. The original school was built in 1940 on the farm Elsenburg, and the owner was Samuel LC5. The school serves the learners of the surrounding farms, and our school motto, geloof en vertroue, that's an indication of our Christian ethos that we want to keep up in our schools. The school is in quintile 1 and is most likely and more likely depending on norms and standards. Of course, we also have a feeding scheme, and 104 children are transported on a daily basis to the school. Chart.
Yeah, sorry. You guys know me as a person with few words, so I'm, Eddie is going to do most of the talking. I'm work at RGA, been there for the last 8 years, and I've learned a huge amount there. It's been a great learning experience. And this past year, with Eddie and Rhode and the workshops, COPs, was for me also a great learning experience. It wasn't just about helping Eddie. It was also my personal development. It was a huge step forward. And what I learned from this whole experience is how people can make things happen even though they have very little. So the schools, you know, when I see what Eddie achieves in his school on a day-to-day basis and have done over the last 25 years, it's actually quite amazing what our principals are doing with very little. And if we can get more into the schools from whoever, state resources, better allocated, and from private sectors, I think we can do amazing things in education. Yeah. So I wanted to, I heard about possibility through somebody who came to help us at the office, and also wanted to become part of the solution and not just being criticizing a person. So that's why I joined Partners for Prosperity, and as I said, yeah, it's been a really great experience. Thank you, Eddie.
Okay, our vision and mission of JJ Rhode Primary School, the people refer to the school as Vaal Dry School. Now you know, in Afrikaans, Vaal, it have that negative connotation. But see what we are trying to do. A school where learners will feel safe, happy, through quality learning experience, and to prepare them for their citizenship and for adulthood. And our mission? Harte en breine. Om na elke leerder met sorg en empathie uit te reik. A very holistic approach to every learner. We even started last year with sevens rugby. You know, 295 kids at school, and you offer rugby for girls, rugby for boys, soccer for girls, soccer for boys, netball for girls, cross country, and sevens. You know, on a Wednesday, the little ones, they are excited. Toe 'n drien toe sê hulle, toe sê ek ons gaan 'n drien, dis 30% kans, dit is te min, meneer. Ons gaan speel. And also values, and that is on your drive around in the community. Our community hall is in a very dilapidated state. Ons leer mekaar Engels ook op die plaas. In a very dilapidated state. But we've got 7 political parties in the community. And then I realized, but you must look inside, do introspection. Where went things wrong? Perhaps the school. Omdat ek nou al so lank as sit, het sê, stoel al so 'n bult ingesit. Miskien moet ek daar vanaf opstaan en begin die pot roer. And I did. Met liefde natuurlik. So nou en dan, ja, maar daar's 'n gediggie wat ek in glo, wat ek geleer het as die hoof van my met 'n rotang geslaan het. 'n Pak op sy tyd is soos brood en konfyt. Dan sê hy, smile. Omgee, to care and to be responsible. En hulle is lekker warm. They can't all afford school uniform, but at least their ears and their heads and their feet are warm. And then of course that little boy is standing there with his dream. Hy wil 'n brandweerman word. A very small library that we have with 600 books. Kom ons gaan aan. Julle slaap nog nie? Okay, ons pop hulle maar weer in. Right. Okay, the SGB, you know, SGBs can be a thorn in the shoe, but they are very positive. Their attitude towards change, I must buy this new idea of collaboration schools on Saturday to my SGB. They attend the training sessions. Because the size of our school, 7 teachers, we form everything. Every committee is the 7 teachers. 7 dwarfs. Specifically, we will appoint a chairperson for a specific task, and all our policies is in place. Revision takes place on a regular basis. And then, of course, record keeping. But in the past, we had about every second week a break-in. And a lot of our records were just either being urinated on or spoiled. So we are starting from scratch again. Further on, we do planning around policies, monitoring, and even reporting. With our learners, bullying and discipline. You know, they are used of being rejected in their own families. And most of the time, the grandparents need to look after the little ones. So we have that interventions with other stakeholders. Also, our learning support, we gather on a Tuesday to discuss learners with learning barriers. Our results, that varies from 54 till 75 in the NS. We don't want to use the systemic tests as a benchmark, you know. We know the circumstances where the children came from, and to expect this secret document to become part of the children. So if that is low, it's fine. If 63 in grade 3 is not 90, it's fine for me. One step at a time. And then also, where we gain the trust of our children is when we can offer activities, excursions for them. You know, when they come into, most of them, when we take them to Die Braak in Stellenbosch, it feels like they are in Cape Town at the waterfront. And ons grootste uitgawe is vervoer. Just to take them to Stellenbosch for a rugby match is 1,000 rand a taxi. But somewhere we need to sacrifice and give them to put worth in their lives. And then, of course, spelling competition and the mathematics Olympiad, where they can take part. Then social ills in our community, drug addicts, 16 break-ins. You think, ja, is die kinders mal? En sê ek nogal vir hom, hoorie, sy het daar ingebreek. Almal sê so. Dan kom die polisie en sê hulle, meneer, jy die bewyse. Ja, maar almal weet is net so 500 in die gemeenskap. So we need to address that on a regular basis. Substance abuse, alcohol abuse. Die mense hou van die vrug van die vinger daar, jong. Hulle is binne in die Wineland. Ouers in gemeenskap. Okay, we have the Beyers Trust Faith Organization that give guidance to the farm workers. Vaskinders het ons baie in ons systeem. En dis waarom ons slaagsyfer ook so bietjie laag is. Oor naweke probeer ons nou, een onderwyser doen die sport vir die gemeenskap, rugby en netbal. Buurtwag het ons begin het om die inbrake op te slaan. Vrouedagvieringe en al die klein goedjies waar ons net 'n deurbraak kan maak. Al is dit nou net 'n koppie tee en 'n bietjie sop. Net dat hulle voel, hulle behoort en die skool is nie op sy eie en die gemeenskap op sy eie nie. Geloof en vertroue is ons motto. So we must pray a lot there at that school. Starting off with prayer, ending the day with a prayer, having prayer weeks. So een by een verander ons. Rome is nie gebou in een dagie. Die 365 dae sal ons daarvoor gebruik om dit daar te kry. And then there's huge improvement in our involvement of parents and also attending parent meetings. And for practical reasons, I never, from June till the end of August, I don't conduct a parent meeting. The people must walk 5 kilometers to the school. So, and it's dark and it's raining. So, give them a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Then it will be effective.
Met 'n bietjie kos op by.
Met 'n snytjie brood, jam. We don't have accommodation problems, Mr. Benjamin. Take note of that one. Ek wys hom nog 2 keer. We have a very small library and a computer lab with 20 computers. Just to give them that pride, we serve them from a well-equipped kitchen. And we have Eskom, hulle sit die ligte af, ons betaal hom nog die krag en lopende water. Reading aids also to enhance English at our school. En die wiskunde en die wetenskap is nog 'n uitdaging vir ons. Bietjie laag in die verlede met ons wiskunde graad 6 sistemiese uitslae. 14%, ek is nie skaam om dit te sê nie. But we didn't, the children didn't have a teacher for 3 months. And you know how that can impact because of the lack of funds. And then some challenges. Die sosiale verval in die gemeenskap. Leerders wat nie gereeld op skool is nie, hulle verpas die bus. And then also that nomadic people coming into the farm. It's now plant time and then going out. Nomadies, hulle trek soos die seisoen en soos die weer waar ook al. Dan op die vrugteplaas, dan op die biesplaas en dan op die koringplaas. En dan kom hulle net weer met die siklus terug. Some highlights. Ons kan nou al die butternut wat ons so sakke vol kry, kan ons nou opstok vir die winter. My partner, dankie. And then also we are harvesting the rainwater now. And then also, jy weet, as jy tree gee sekere tree. Kry almal, hulle hoef nie noodwendig almal saam te stem nie, maar hulle moet dan weet. And then, just thank you very much for allowing me on the program. En alhoewel ek so baie gepraat het deur die jaar, hoop ek dis nou genoeg. Baie dankie.